Casey, I just started recording.
That's all right.
What were we talking about?
We was talking about drugs in America and how people don't be looking out for the shit that's killing our friends here, like the drugs, and we're going for like bombs and shit. But
Okay,
at the same time, like in my mind, like the government's doing all of this shit, right? So it's irrelevant whatever the fuck we do because they're dictating and deciding what they want us to do. Right? And if we can't open our eyes and see, like, damn, that's a crazy ass fucking pyramid scheme.
We're 35 seconds in. Can I pause you for a minute? I understand you're lazy, but take that. All right. So what we were discussing was the money that we spend on TSA and the war on terror, which, as far as TSA is concerned, they are trying to prevent terrorists from wreaking havoc in our airports. Next to no terrorists are wreaking havoc in our airports. However, drugs are pouring into the country, and millions of Americans are dying each year. Why, instead of focusing on that, we are focusing on the illusion of safety at airports, and we are spending billions of dollars on these TSA systems that accomplish absolutely nothing. Why we are so ineffective at stemming the flow of drugs that are being intentionally let into our country by our government, right? They are fleecing us of our money, and they are knowingly and willingly facilitating our death and the death of our children by allowing these dangerous drugs into our country.
Yeah, you got a point.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't want to turn it off right now, because like there's
You did turn it off or
no,
didn't?
no, I didn't. But at the same time, like no one needs to be seen.
You don't want to be seen?
We just put it.
No,
sitting there.
I'm doing fine.
If you put it sitting there and we have a live talk, right? Then the more educational stuff comes out, right? Because when it's pure, when it comes out the first time, it sounds more pure, and that's when you get understanding and when you start learning.
Well, I can hold
right?
I can hold the camera and talk.
When we have to turn around and edit, re-say what we already done said, right? It's not going to come out as good as it did the first time.
I understand what you're
because
saying.
We're trying
I often
to capture.
I often
that first
leave.
one again,
I often leave my videos going for continuity because I go from one crazy thing to another crazy thing to another crazy thing.
Like you have mentioned to everyone who's coming to your house, right? That I'm not oblivious to this, right? That you record.
Yeah.
You put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like everyone who comes in here is aware of this.
Correct.
Right? The way their mind took it and the way my mind took it is, hey, at all times, dude, you better fucking watch out because I'm recording your ass damn right. In the shower? Yep, got your ass.
Yeah.
Better watch out, motherfucker. Like, hold on, time out. I need my privacy. But other than that, I understand that I'm being recorded at all times. Like,
no, you're not. Well, you probably are. You probably are.
That's how a mind should take it. Coming in here and hearing what you
hear me out. Eventually, I'll have my own camera system in here, but this is a HUD building, right?
Oh.
This is a government building.
Well, this is
so
what I'm looking for right now.
my question is, how many cameras and microphones do you think have been put in this high-tech building? Now, hear me out. I know for a fact in the elevators there's cameras with microphones. There's cameras everywhere. Do you believe that they would put cameras in here and not inform the poor drug addicts that live in here? Now, here's my question to you, all right? Do you believe that they would expect the drug addicts and ex-homeless people that move in here not to do drugs?
Well, they tell them, hey, don't do that, and they give them. So it's like you reward a child with something, right? And then you turn around and you take that from them, right? Because they didn't listen to you, right? That's basically what the government's doing, and that's what HUD is. HUD works for the government.
HUD is the government.
Controlling everything else.
Yeah.
And that's how it all fucking.
So what he's saying is
downhill.
there's a good chance that somebody's been on the streets forever and they've been using these drugs as coping mechanisms. They were introduced, to Ritalin or whatever, Adderall at the age of 9. They turned 18 and then they switched over to street equivalents. So these people have been doing essentially pharmaceutical grade or street grade amphetamines their entire life. And now they're in HUD housing Do you think that HUD is going to kick them out for continuing to use these substances?
For a fact.
Do you-
Because they're
do
going to
you-
be like, oh my God, how heinous. I can't believe you're doing drugs. Okay, never mind. You know what? If we let you do it, we're just going to videotape it so we can learn some shit from you.
Well, okay,
Like,
so
and-
I was in the Army, and what I can tell you is they experiment on soldiers.
Everything.
They experiment on black people, the Tuskegee things, right? And then
We literally
anyway,
experiment on
I don't know. I don't know if Tuskegee was correct, but I'm talking about when we intentionally gave black people syphilis.
No, Tuskegee were the airmen.
I understand there's Tuskegee Airmen, but what is the syphilis thing that we intentionally gave black people? Is that not Tuskegee as well?
I don't think so.
My other iPhone isn't working. Anyway, the government is known to experiment on less desirables. Soldiers, black people, and poor people. So there's a good chance that this high-tech building has high-tech features in it that will help monitor the consumption of resources, listen into different things.
But we agree to it
All I'm getting at,
through our phones.
you're talking about end-user agreement stuff. I'm just talking about expected privacy.
Well, yeah, no. Throughout all of this,
Well-
when we accept something on the phone, that's not just for our phone. That's for our life.
Okay,
in
but-
general.
okay.
Like, all these electronics, and it says it will work through this electronic. They can receive, right? Transfer, like it can transfer information, right?
Yeah.
Or give you undesirable, what is it? Interference, right? But you cannot.
I got a question
do it.
for you. I got a question for you.
What's up?
Do you believe our phones listen to us, whether we want them to or not?
Well, what about the fucking
Do you-
personal advertising?
Do you believe that our phones?
Personal advertising.
I understand.
That-
a lot of
that
people
says it
have
right
this,
there.
a lot of the people have this belief. We already know the phones passively listen for somebody
Yeah.
to say, "Hey, Alexa," or "Hey."
Alexa snitched on a fucking
Okay,
murder.
but
Not snitched. She informed people of a
Okay,
murder. My
but the
apologies.
point,
Whoever takes that
the
offensively.
point is, right? Everything is being listened to. Everything's being
At
recorded.
all times.
So why not just say what you're going to do?
Well,
right?
at the same time, it's like you ain't got to
Hold on,
shout it
hold
super
on.
loud because we don't want the neighbors to hear.
So my name is Mark Thomas Hensley, and I'm going to be dealing drugs. People do drugs, and the quality of these drugs varies greatly. The price varies greatly. The risk to get the drugs vary greatly. The reliability of the source varies greatly. And I'm still talking. I'm still talking.
I know. It's just,
Are you a member of this club? Do you have a vote?
Just not.
No, you don't.
Not necessarily no, because I'm just I'm someone here.
Friend
to
of the
listen
club?
to You guys listen.
Friend of the club?
Yeah, I'm here to listen and give out my.
Anyway, what he was saying is he agrees that everything is being listened to, and that there are police officers on the streets that are meant to stop drug dealers. They're not stopping anything realistically. There's a lot of crime associated with this. So if I theoretically started, having guys go out and satisfy the draw in the community, right? I'm not saying, hey, we're going to go out and actively solicit hard drugs to anybody. I don't think I want to deal with methamphetamines at all. I don't think that they're a problem. But I personally like hippie drugs, right? Something that gives you insight, something that makes you deal with your traumas, that type of stuff. So psilocybin, LSD. And the problem is people aren't looking at LSD like it's a natural thing. I mean, it's coming from, a fungus on a rye, meaning the grain. But so I don't know where I'm at with that, because who knows where the DEA is with that. But, everybody agrees that cannabis went so well that there's no reason that we can't go back to another thing that God gave us so that we could have a spiritual connection, and that would be mushrooms. Now, they've already proven that people don't really fear their death anymore after they have, an experience with psilocybin. That's because, they're reassured, in a spiritual way that everything is going to be okay. And my question is, if it's so good that it reassures somebody that's imminently going to die, why wouldn't you want to give that to people that are going to be around for a lot longer so that they can appreciate the spiritual connection that we are being denied because our government doesn't want us to connect on a spiritual level. They want complete and utter fucking control. So essentially what's going to happen is I'm going to open up a church. I have to figure out how I'm going to go about doing that. But psilocybin is definitely, and you understand why, part of my religious belief. And basically, this is Casey.
What's psilocybin?
He's a magic mushrooms.
Oh.
He's a friend of the club, right? So you don't necessarily need to, be a member of my church to get psilocybin delivered to your house. You can be a friend of the church, but you're going to have to sign something stating that you are doing this for spiritual purpose or personal research to see the validity of atheism.
Atheism?
Yeah.
I'm just here for y'all. Like at any moment, if you ever feel overwhelmed or you feel
I'm
like
overwhelmed now.
you're not being listened to or
Okay.
heard, that's what I'm here for.
Yeah, but did you
So
hear
you're
what
firm,
did you
yeah.
hear what I just said? I'm
Yeah.
going to open up a mobile magic mushroom dispensary, right?
What is the church?
I'm going to deliver mushrooms to soccer moms as long as they're willing to sign that they're just curious about my church's beliefs. They don't have to be a member of my church, but they have to sign something saying that they're doing it, under First Amendment protection, because I don't want those moms to be arrested when I sell them drugs.
But technically, you get shrooms from any local dispensary right now.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can.
What?
Gummies.
And gummy, yeah, you can.
Okay, so what you're saying is you can get a stripped down version that is not nearly, it's not psychotropic, right? So you're basically saying, hey, you can get K2 instead of cannabis, right? Or you can get what is that shit?
K2 really be fucking people up too.
Yeah, I get that. So I don't know if I'm necessarily interested in whatever fucking mushrooms that are legal, sort of like spice was legal, because K2 is spice.
Yeah, that's
right?
what fuck people up.
Yeah, I get that. So I'm talking about something that grows from the earth, a gift from God to humanity that has been around for the entirety of humanity.
That's shrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going to sell them to soccer moms in the suburbs as long as they're willing to say that the end user agreement, to click here, oh, I'm doing this because I'm curious if there's a fucking God.
Huh. I don't know, All I know is like when you do
I got a
government
question
stuff,
for you.
Why you gotta hold it like that?
Because I'm getting a proper angle on you. You're laying back,
I
and I'm
know.
making it look like you're standing up.
That's alright, I just
I answered your question. I'm going to finish speaking.
Yeah.
All right. So, what type of drug do you like? What's your favorite drug?
What's my favorite drug?
Yes.
Well, I like marijuana, but I only like the dab pens. But other than that, like I've tried everything.
What's
and
your favorite illegal drug?
Illegal?
Yes.
Yeah, meth.
Okay.
I
So
smoke shit out of
if all you had to do to have me deliver meth to your house is sign something saying that you're doing this under First Amendment protected rights because you're curious if there's a spiritual connection between the use of these drugs that the government is preventing you access to and God, right?
Yeah.
You're just trying. Now, during all these times that you do drugs,
Yeah.
have you ever felt close to God because of it?
Just a couple times, yeah. But
Alright.
then you could also feel like you're super far away.
Okay, but the point is,
I don't-
as long as you're willing to click that button, you can drive meth out to your house. Would you click the button?
Well, no, because I'm paranoid. I'd rather go to them.
Okay. I believe most soccer moms and people in general would rather have their mushrooms delivered to their house if all they had to do was say, hey, I'm considering if there's a God, or if I'm an atheist, I don't believe in God, right? They would do that. I don't want to
I
discuss.
wasted a lot of time right now today. Damn it, I'm supposed to shower and be somewhere.
Yeah, I feel like I wasted time too.
I'm sorry. Hey, but I did get the kitchen.
Yeah, dude,
As well
you
as I
rock,
could.
you rock.
Yeah, my bad. Nod Squad. Rocking it.
Oh, I got, yeah. No, he's awake. This one's out, and that one's out. How much were you awake for that, and how much were you asleep?
I heard it all.
Did you understand that he processed none of that?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hey, what'd you say?
That you processed none of that.
I did.
Did you? Then your questions were inappropriate.
Hey, I do got a question.
Yeah.
Because I do take in what you got to say in consideration.
Okay.
I listen to it, and I also think about it, even throughout my different personalities.
Okay.
Right? I will look back upon it, and I will reflect on it, and still think about it. But how much of the stuff do you take in that I say, and hold on for later on to think about, knowing that I do drugs and I'm a fucking crackhead in your eyes? in a
So
sense, right?
basically, you don't put things in an order in which I can follow.
Okay.
It's you start out with something and then you get distracted, and it's sort of like a squirrel shoots across your path, and then you change and you go in that direction,
Well,
and
that's
then something
hence
else
the
comes.
back tattoo.
I don't know.
Oh. Yeah, there you go, man.
Okay, so that was a fair description of what you're doing, and you do that.
I'm a
You're
squirrel.
you're so known for that
Yeah.
that you even tattooed it on your body.
No, I was named it.
Okay,
No,
but
they call me Baby Squirrel for a long minute because I had squirrel tendencies, like sober or high.
okay,
The ADHD is just bing, bing, bing,
yeah,
bing, bing.
and I
all over
don't
the
I don't
place.
think that you followed anything that I said, and I couldn't follow anything that you said because you're all over the place.
Well, it's hard to stay
All I'm
on
saying,
a
dude-
steady when you are told to stop and then something gets thrown in real fast, because then you try to intertwine both of them together.
So when I
Right,
say
and
when
then
I
that's
say
what
stop,
becomes
when I say stop,
Yeah.
that's because I'm already confused and I need clarification. And your story was so disjointed that you weren't even able to clarify it for yourself. So then you wanted to press forward and confuse me even more.
Well,
Now I told you
just-
I'm very literal, right? So when I say, hey, you need to stop, I'm confused, and you're like, no, you're going to continue being confused and you're going to value what I say. And I'm like, no, dude, I can't even understand what you're saying. And that's just, I need to stop talking.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry.
Alright.
So when you look past the fuck out like some like bitter beer faced motherfucker, you're still listening to my conversations?
Yep.
How frequently? All the time? Some of the time? Because you
Quite
look
a
past
bit.
the fuck. Okay, quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was making fun of you on Facebook. They're like, how the fuck is he sleeping through this dog barking at the fucking cat?
No, I didn't sleep the whole time. I was awake when the dog came and cuddled with me too.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna turn this off.